Ladies and gentlemen, hump day. We made it. Yeah. Yo. So here we are on this glorious hump day. And I got a quick little story I want to tell you. You already heard from the undercover piper. You know how he feels about hump day. Now you're going to hear from Sasquatch Piper. Well, Sasquatch Piper heard from Central Cal Piper last night in a comment about how I made him jump and how he not fell asleep, but nodded out. There was this time, and it made me think about a time when I worked in a cubicle for a couple years in a building department. And the person I worked with, we were studying this code book. And somebody said something about sleep, and I said, this is how you got to do it. And I crossed my leg so I could set the book on my leg. And then that's all I remember. And then all of a sudden I heard somebody go, Jeff! Oh. I jumped up, and little did I know that I was asleep, let alone that my leg had completely fallen asleep. And when I jumped up, I went straight down, face planted right on the ground. My leg, it was numb. That was it. I couldn't even stand on it. So I said face plant in front of these people. You know, you can't be sleeping on the job. And I jumped up real quick, and you should have seen the look on their faces. Oh man, it was priceless. You should have been there. So I'm bewildered. I'm kind of limping around now. I got, my legs come back enough to where I can move. And I got to go to the counter and talk to somebody. And I don't even know what's going on. Some code enforcement stuff. And it was just, oh man, I wish that would have been on video. That would have been such a classic. Anyhow, so I go take care of this. I go back and I tell the person I was working with, oh man, why didn't you say something? Why'd you let me fall asleep? She goes, well, you looked so peaceful, I didn't want to wake you. Great, so let me lose my job? Anyhow. I went back to I didn't go back. Now that I'm thinking of it, the lady that came up that needed my help comes back and she goes, are you okay? And I said, oh, yeah, I'm fine. She goes, I thought you were having a stroke or a heart attack or something. I say, no, I'm okay. Thanks, though. And then I couldn't stop thinking about the poor lady. What does she think? She's probably tripping. So I went back to her cubicle and I said, hey, sorry about that. To be honest with you, I was reading my book and I just nodded out and you caught me off guard and my leg was asleep. And she's like, oh, she goes, I don't know. I thought you were checking out. Anyhow, there's that little ditty. And on that note, don't fall asleep at work. You could lose your job. I didn't. But after that day, it was a rough one. I started drinking Monsters. Monsters had just gotten big at that time. Man, now that I'm thinking about it, That was about 15 years ago, 14 years ago. We're getting old, aren't we? That's all right, though. Some people call this gray. I call it chrome. Yeah, I'm decked out in chrome. Chrome dome. Anyhow, that was it. I just wanted to tell you that little story. I don't want to overdo it for you. We gave you 3 yesterday, and that's quite a bit to deal with me. So, again, I hope everybody has a fantastic hump day. Glad to see everybody. And Sasquatch Piper out.